Hey guys, Justin with AmericanMuscle.com here with my quick review of the BBK Tune Length Shorty headers, available in your choice of either a ceramic or chrome finish, fitting all 2011 and newer V6 Mustangs. So the products I have with me here in this video are available for the 3.7 Mustang. Now, a lot of guys and gals that drive them will tell you they can be pretty potent given a little help. The help we're talking about, again, Tune Length Shorty headers from BBK, available in your choice of either a chrome finish shown down here or a slightly more expensive ceramic coating up here. We'll talk about the differences between coatings in a minute, but let's first talk about what this Tune Length business is all about. What BBK wanted to accomplish with their Tune Length system is to basically keep all of the runners or primaries here essentially the same length or as close to the same length as possible, drawing them out a little longer than what you might see in a traditional Shorty design, getting you close to the performance that you might see with a long tube, yet still keeping that same compact package, still keeping your same catalytic converter location, and still keeping the price down at the same time. Now, with all that said, guys, can you expect similar performance or the same performance out of a Shorty that you might see with a long tube? Well, honestly, the short and easy answer to that question is no. A long tube header is going to outperform a Shorty 7 days a week and twice on Sundays. With that said, though, these things will still offer some pretty decent gains. In fact, BBK is claiming roughly 10 to 15 horsepower at the wheels, 10 to 15 pound-feet of torque with your V6, and honestly, I have no reason to doubt that. Construction-wise, here's what we're gonna be looking at, guys. 1 5/8 inch mandrel-bent tubing, OE-style laser-cut flanges for a perfect fit, and they even include brand new gaskets and hardware to get you going. These are carb certified, so they are gonna be 50 state legal. And one thing I do really like that BBK does with all of their headers is they pressure test them just to ensure it's a leak-free product. Now on to my nitpicks. I do have a few here with the BBK headers, but they're really not deal breakers in my opinion. Firstly, I wish the welds were a little better. For instance, I wish they fully would have welded this flange here at the collector. Again, not a big deal, but just something to point out. I also wish they would have done a better job of smoothing out the inside ports here of the runners. There is a little slag in there if you get your finger in there. Not gonna totally affect the performance, but again, just my nitpick. This is a mild steel header, guys. It's not a stainless steel product, so therefore, you almost have to expect some kind of corrosion to show up later on down the road. Because of that, we have seen some inconsistencies with the chrome coating, a little bit of surface rust on some of these headers. Again, not gonna affect the performance, but I wouldn't be doing my job as a reviewer if I didn't point that out to you. My solution, spend the extra $100 and go with the ceramic version here, as they are gonna be free from any surface imperfections. And on the topic of the finishes, let's get into that a little bit more because there are some subtle differences between the two. As I just pointed out here, guys, the ceramic, it's gonna be a little bit more money, roughly $100 to be exact, and it will offer some additional benefits that you won't get with the chrome coating. For instance, the ceramic coating will be slightly more durable. Basically, it's gonna be a more uniform coating, it's gonna be a more durable coating, help resist any corrosion that you might otherwise see on that mild steel construction, and it's gonna do a better job at reducing underhood temperatures. That's what the ceramic coating is all about. Again, it does come at a price though, another $100 on top of the chrome option. Let's talk about the chrome a little bit more. Again, more affordable here, coming in at the high $200 range, very reasonable for an entry-level header, and it is gonna be a pretty attractive header. It's gonna discolor in a way that if you've seen a stainless header or if you've seen a chrome header kind of discolor after a few heat cycles, you know that chrome turns into a bluish or a purplish color. It actually looks really cool in my opinion, even cooler than the ceramic, which kind of just remains that dull gray. So even though this is a performance product, I know it's definitely worth pointing out some of the differences in appearance because you do actually see these guys pretty good when you pop the hood. And again, don't take my word for it. Feel free to check out some of the customer submitted images on the site and see for yourself. Installation is gonna be a little bit of a bear here, guys, so just keep that in mind before you get started. I'm gonna give it a full 3 out of 3 wrenches on my overall difficulty meter. Not quite as hard as a set of long tubes, but it's pretty close. It's gonna test your toolbox, so make sure you have a decent set on hand before getting started, a 6-pack of your favorite adult beverage, and leave yourself a half to a full day to get these guys knocked out. Now for my final thoughts, guys, the Shorty Tune Length header from BBK is a great entry-level product for V6 owners out there who really aren't willing to go all in on a set of long tubes. The Shorties offer a no tune required install. They're gonna be slightly easier to install compared to those long tubes, and they're definitely gonna cost you a lot less than a set of those long tubes. So be sure to check out a set of BBKs for your ride right here at AmericanMuscle.com.